The following is an audiobook version of the original screenplay by Randy Brown called Cameo Man. I am presenting this version because some people are too lazy to read the actual manuscript. You know who you are. If you like the novelization, please let me know, comment, and rate, because I need every single ounce of encouragement I can get for my very frail and shattered ego. Chapter 1. I was thrown out of my bay window, and it wasn't even 12 o'clock yet. I rolled on the lawn and instinctively took a fighting stance. I have no idea what this thing wants. All I can assume is that it wants to kill me. It leapt through the window and took a familiar stance. It knows Kung Fu. Unfortunately, I am unfamiliar with that style. My specialty is capoeira, and I began my Jenga. I am also proficient in dim mak, also known as the death touch, but have never been angry enough to use it, and even if I was, it would be completely fruitless on an android. It threw a right, which I managed to completely avoid, and hit it in the face with my shin. This android was an amateur, or at least it was programmed by one. I flipped backwards and delivered a two-footed kick to its jaw. This blow must have been mighty, because it dismembered its head, now hanging by a wire. By instinct, I punted the android in the groin. This mistake cost me because it trapped my foot with its thighs and turned sharply to its left. I was thrown against my thorny rose bushes. Getting up, I noticed blood on my hand coming from my nose. I wiped it off and continued the battle. Throughout the next few blows, I noticed a similarity in fighting styles. The way its fingers stretched after a throw. The stance that was taken after a kick. The way its feet were angled in a mock Tai Chi step. I know this. I definitely know the programmer without a doubt. The android was learning my style, and I was learning its. If I wanted to end the fight, I would have to find its weakness. I kicked it at its knee joint, and it crumpled, but it wasn't finished. Where is its weak spot? The head had fallen off moments ago, which meant one of two things. Either A, the head controls the body via radio frequency, or B, the CPU is in the body. I had a good feeling B was the answer, since the head was not facing us and I had given the head a pretty good pounding, enough to rattle any kind of being, human or android. I noticed only one feature on this very nondescript android, a lens in the middle of its chest, blue and shiny. I decided that was where I would strike next, and decided to use the dumb AI test. What the dumb AI test is this. In the early days of cybernetic martial arts, sometimes you could just stand still and that would make the AI go, huh? And the android would just stand there for a few seconds. This android wasn't that stupid. It grabbed me in order to throw me, which gave me the perfect chance to hit it right in the lens with my right foot. It fell to the ground. Great, I thought. It's scrap. Now what about my house? And where is that clapping coming from? I turn around to find Alexis Durant, Frederickson Enterprises' lead robotic scientist, applauding me. She has black hair, nerdy glasses, and a dark purple pantsuit on. But why is she here? Why are you here? I asked the 30-year-old scientist. Didn't you read the contract? She asked me. I had read the contract and signed it electronically, so my reply was, yes. She looked at me and said, it said the testing for the new prototype android would begin immediately, to which my reply was, I didn't think it would be that immediately. Then I realized, Alexis, that's where I know that style from. It was Alexis Durant's. Your android fights like you do, I said. Thank you, she said. That was not a compliment, I was sure to make her know. She knelt down and put her hands on the android. Funny. What's funny? I asked. She told me. This android. I didn't think it would have been beaten so easily. I thought I programmed it better than that. I did program it with a number of deceptive maneuvers. I thought it would take longer to beat, even by a master such as yourself. Before she could finish her next sentence, the android grabbed her by the throat and slammed the back of her skull into the pavement. Alexis! I shouted. My 16-year-old cousin, Cody Frederickson, who ironically taught me everything I know about fighting, sprinted out the front door to ask what happened to the house. Don't worry about it. Worry about that, I said, indicating the android. What's that? He asked me. To which my only response was, trouble. End of Chapter 1. And that ends the first chapter of the novelization Cameo Man.